Exactly.
People assume they are gods. People play God's role, trying to define you, trying to put in a box of how they want to see
Judging
you.
you.
No, hiyo iko, but mimi hautatoboa baba. Utafikiria no, sitachorea, I'll just do what I want. Utafanya. So mi uko home saying I stay for a while, I try, and then there is no woman that I've been with in my life that I did not elevate. They can come out and talk.
Everyone
all of them from my first baby mama. Any woman I've ever dated, what about Diana? Diana B. Diana no. Diana, you are a housewife, and I know kuna ropoa au kufanya watu vizuri.
Now, talking about Katelo, maybe some other people maybe were thinking that maybe you'll choose a lady, and you disappointed some. So what what's really pushed you to go for Katelo and not a lady?
Wasa walikuwa maza zile za sasa umesema hauta work na baby, lakini video zake ziko hapo, uko unamlipa. In my head I'm like,
welcome to my YouTube space. My name is Martin Dean, and in yet another episode guys, I'm having Oga the Top. And of course guys, hii interview ilifaa tufanye kitambo sana, lakini jamaa amekuwa busy sana, hata time ya kufanya interview inakuwa ngori. So fortunately today God is good, tumepatana hapa tupige story kidogo, tujue imekuaje, wanafanya nini, project nini, alafu from there tumalize. Oga the Top.
First, I like it that you said YouTube space. That's dope. How come I didn't think about that? Welcome to my YouTube space. That's lovely. Secondly, una pronounce jina yangu vibaya. It's not able sema
Oga the Top.
No.
Kizungu mingi kiasi.
It's 3 words in one. Oga at the top. Oga the top.
So hawezi kuwa na shortcut.
Oga the top. Oga the top. Unakuanga nini? Kathozweni?
No.
Okay, pronunciation yako karibu niseme hiyo kao, nikwambia kidogo. Sema tu Oga the top. Oga the top. Yes, also shida ya my interview siku hizi. If I do an interview, munaniuliza the same questions. Then mkishaniuliza nikijibu tena na naingia kwa shida sasa. Nyinyi tu mnakuanga tu hivyo, mna settingi watu nini. So my interview zenyu kidogo tunaziogopa. Lakini tuende kazi. Uko aje?
Kazi. Niko fiti bro.
Sijakuona for a minute, tumepotea wapi man?
Ni shughuli 1 2 3, alafu najua saa hii mambo si mengi kama Christmas ilikuwa mingi.
That's good, but you're alive and keeping well.
Exactly.
Sawa.
How have you been? How is the new year taking you?
Successful man, I've been successful. The new year is being kind to me. Very busy. Unaona sasa hivi venye niko. Tumekuwa shoot the whole day, ndo tumemaliza. Sasa wewe pia umekuja na interview yako. So I'm exhausted, fatigued, but the will is there, and definitely he will make a way.
Exactly.
He will make a way. Sivo. He will make a way. Where there is no.
Anyway, Obi, we are here. We've been shooting a song. Kuna video ya tulikuwa tuna shoot pale. Maybe ulikuwa nyuma pale, ulikuwa umesema that ume reach out to some people so that you can use their church. Unfortunately, they don't want. Maybe how it comes that this place was chosen?
God works in mysterious ways. I was looking for a church venue because the song is ministerial. And somehow when I did the video, unajua mimi naongeanga tu, mimi wanasema inanitoka, then I move on. I don't harbor things in my. So tulikuwa na church kadhaa na Munez, so we went to this other one in town. And then tukaambiwa unaumini wapi, sijui what nini. Then another one, I use you which denominations, sijui what. Let me not mention them because wanakuanga very sensitive na hiyo denomination yao. Hiyo wimbo ni ya denomination yetu. I'm like, no, it's a gospel song. At least listen to the song, then niambie the wording is wrong ama whatever. Because we are all in the ministry and we minister different ways.
True.
There's someone who ministers through music, there's someone through the way they live, there's someone through worship, there's someone through giving back, there's someone through mentorship, through teaching, through kukua pastor, and then the rest. But then they just ruled out the whole thing, and I was just like, awatu. I felt very disappointed, and the way they were very hypocritical. Nobody even listened to the song, you see. Then I did a video ranting. Then my manager calls me, hey, mbona kuna mtu after nini? Because now I know Robai is normally very busy. He runs the whole company. He's a business manager. So I was like, stambia Robai kitu. Then me, I'm a creative. So I had envisioned it and I was looking for that venue so I had to go there and drive and look and see. So when I did the video, a lot of people send me videos and ninis of their church kwa DM, wengine through Omosh. Kuja kwa kanisa yetu, pastor amesema ni sawa, hiyo ni. Then I had also called Pastor T when I left there. I was like, why am I struggling? And I know Pastor T, so I called Pastor T. Pastor T was like, yeah, fine, come through. So ilifanya niende huko Limuru. Then nikapiga hesabu niko Limuru ni mbali with the crew and what I wanted to achieve. So that's why I never went to Limuru. But hiyo ilikuwa kama backup plan. Then Robert called me and told me, come to our church. And we came here just like that, met his pastor, is called Obed, and he was kind to us. Akatukaribisha tu, karibu mazee, nini mnataka, video sawa, nini done. Which day? Let me call nani ata wa assist nini. And here we are, and somehow we ended up here. But that is how God works. Exactly. And I just found a church for my kids. Their Sunday school, I hear their Sunday school is dope. I've been shopping for Sunday school because also not every church is true. Not every church leader is also true. Different people do it for different purposes. There are those ones who are there to minister. There are those ones who are there to make the quick bucks. There are those ones who are there to manipulate and whatever, brainwash and the rest. So I've been a bit, I'm like, and if Roba comes here with the family and the kids, why not? So my kids from every Sunday watakuwa na pull up, because I was like, sasa niwapeleke wapi? I'm looking. Yeah, so every Sunday nakuwa na waleta Sunday school wakimaliza na wapik.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now you've been doing some amazing work na pale. Okay, you've just started with these guys wapendwa muziki. So far wako aje?
Those guys are talented men. They are amazing. They love each other. They love God. They are true ministers, and they're just good people. I want a mambo. I love naona kama my siblings, mandugu zangu wadogo. They were kutoa, oh my God, wanapendana hapo, wanapenda muziki. And they've actually been very kind to me. You see, the song that they've released now is called Amefanya Mungu. Na vile amefanya Mungu. Amefanya Mungu. So when they came on my show, we jammed on that song. Personally, even in my head, I just keep singing Amefanya tena, because in the show that is how the vibe. I told them, okay, wakaniambia share record. They come here, I can put a verse. They were like, okay, cool. So later when we spoke, they were like, instead of putting a verse, we just record a new song altogether.
Yeah.
I was a bit skeptical. I was like, but it's fine. You know, God works the way He wants. That night, I got a tire burst. Uko saida Kigiri, going to the studio at night. I was getting the studio at around 1 a.m. Nikapata wananingoja tu na power. Power wananingoja huko na power. We got there and we did the song. Nata nikitumia mesh nikamwambia, mazeni pata taba sana, anambia, yeah, God is talking. God, hii ndio hiyo wimbo. Ni Mungu ni amepanga. I was like, this guy, because nilikuwa nisha jam zile surely sasa mataya bust mazee. Wakaniambia ama we postponed. Wakaniambia hapana, tufanye, tutakusubiri. And they waited. When we left the studio after doing that jam, I was like, man, this is the one.
Yeah.
And somehow, so when we did the audio, so my bro Leslie told me, this song has a message that we want people to listen and understand fast. Normally, I don't do lyric video. Me feel it's double work.
Yeah.
So mutaka natoa video, weka ipande, focus on other projects. So my bro told me, no. What you do for this project, release the lyric video. Nikaongea na Boy P, nikaongea na wapendwa akakubali, nikaongea na Boy P akafanya lyric video, nika release. Then challenge ikaingia TikTok. Then nani akanitumia screenshot. I think it was like about 1,000 challenges and something, a mesh. Akanitumia, bro, iko sawa? Nikamwambia, no, it should be better. This song is fire. It should be better, and it will be. In 3 days, it took a life of its own. It's gone. People are doing the challenges people I didn't even expect. I saw Manga do it. I saw the Oracle Reverend Natasha do it, and many other people. And I'm just like, man, look at God at work. And wapendwa muziki took a risk with me because most artists in Kenya bado wananidharau. Zile za Obinna, can we really trust you with our project? Obinna, tutakutana interview. What did you interview, bro? Yeah. But then they didn't look at me that way. Then they're like, oh wow, there's something in your voice, because I can sing a couple of voices. And they were like, hey, there's something, come to ifanye. They took a risk with me, and look at it now. And there's another person who will take a risk with me, and many others. Mi uliza by the mi waomba kolabo wengi uninyima. The way mi utisha mafans wangu pia masikio. Wengi uninyima masikio ya kusikiza ngoma zangu, but kuna wale wenye usikiza. And those are the people that God wants to listen to.
Exactly.
And I never even let it get to my heart. Mi by the way mwambia msanii, niaje tufanye ngoma. Hey bro, unajua nini? I'm like, I don't take it personally, bro. It's your hustle, whether you like it or not. If God has decided this is the way I'll minister,
that is it.
You see, if today I'm to do a song with either Burna Boy, Chris Brown, and the likes, Jonathan Nelson, it will happen. If it's not to happen, it will not happen. There's a way God amepanganga tu hivi path yake. So that is how normally I am. I don't force it. I'll ask you what I feel like. Well and good, I don't lose anything, because hata ukisema no, si bado mimi ni mimi tu.
Wewe tu.
Then tajituma tena, and then knows huwa zinanituma, zinanipea moral. And then also I decided not to put myself in a box for calling myself a gospel artist, because I don't believe I'm a gospel artist. I'm a vessel of the Lord. I will talk to gospel people, I'll talk to earthly people so they can turn to God. Like this song is telling people there's nobody like God. Then I've done a couple of other songs with the singer Miles, and even myself, even gospel, even before I've done a couple of songs telling people, oh, there's a song I did called Bolingo Nangai. It's called My Love. Bolingo Nangai, oh, you be Jehovah Shammah, Jehovah Jireh, Papa God bless you daily. It's an old song, but it was also a song that ministers
those times.
But also in between, I'll do a song that they call worldly or earthly. Why? Because I'll see God's creation, a beautiful lady, I'll sing for a beautiful lady. Like now, International Women's Day is coming on Saturday. If I want to release a beautiful song for women, I'll do it. I want to sing about inspiration, I'll sing. I want to sing about motivation, I'll sing. I want to sing good vibes. People are going through a lot of problems. Maybe God just wants me to tell people, have a good time and live in the present. So nobody knows really what God wants. People assume they are God. People play God's role, trying to define you, trying to put in a box of how they want to see
Judging
you.
Me.
No, hiyo iko, but mimi hautatoboa baba. Utafikiria no, sita chore, I'll just do what I want. Utafanya. I'll feel like today I want to do reggae, rumba. I'll feel today I want to direct, I'll direct. Tomorrow I want to dance, I'll dance. I want to DJ, I'll DJ. I want to do comedy, I'll do comedy. I want to host, I'll host. I want to script, I'll script. So I do it when you may come, because you know God, when God puts it in you, you're the one to put it out. The mistake that most human beings do, we don't put out what God puts in us. Tunanyamaza because tumeogopa opinions za watu. But unajua ni Mungu amekuweka ndani yako. You feel you can do something beautifully, but umeogopa watu watafilaje. Stop doing it for people. Doing it for yourself and for you to exalt God. You see all of these things that we do, inakwanga for God, by the way. It's not even for us. Leo nimetoka hapa, nimepata msee hapa kwa barabara, ako na njaa nini. Nimebaya mkate na maziwa. Ni Mungu ndo aliniweka hapa this time. Akekuwa msee hapa that time. Nikapitia, I'm talking about the genuine ones. Kuna wale wa busy. Nikapitia hapa kaniona, then I just happened to have a lose 1,000 ama 100 bob. Kamuita nikamwambia, oh, ni mayai, shika maipaswa, it is God. Ujuangi, hawezi kachi unasema sasa leo unajua. No. Everything happens for a reason, and every situation you're going through is meant to push you into something. Sasa umefungiwa nyumba, umefukuzwa, it's teaching you something. When you look at it that way, it will make you see things very differently. Like myself, I said this before, but I'll just repeat it for the sake. I've done music for a long time. I was doing music before comedy, and comedy peaked, and it paid my bills, and it taught me a lot of things, but I've still been doing music all through. And what God might have been teaching me was patience. What God might be using me to teach other people is persistence. Consistency. Discipline. You see, if I give up today, there's someone, I have my DM, kuna mse, by the way, I need to post that screenshot. I think I'll post it. Nili screenshot, kuna mse ni DM aliniambia, acha niangalie. I screenshotted it the other day. It might be kwa screenshots so that I don't misquote the person. Where's the screenshots imeenda wapi? Screen recording. Oi. When you need it, you don't, the screenshots nimepata. Let me see if I can find it. Oi, nili screenshot. Aki wala isi party.
I'm only delete.
No, siku delete screenshot. I thought I screenshotted it. I wanted to share it. Nilipata kwa TikTok. You know TikTok yangu inakuanga crazy. So I'm rarely able to read all the comments, but somehow I just bumped into that one. Well, I thought I screenshotted it. I didn't. Jua iko hapa kwa screenshots. But aliniambia something like I live because of you. Kituka hiyo. As in mimi nampatianga nini ya kuishi.
Bye.
Just some random person too. Hata sidhani kali kwa na profile picture. I was like, hey man, yani huyu mse ana niningi because I'm like, hey, that's interesting. Now imagine if I give up, what happens to that person?
They will do give up.
Exactly my point. And you've seen the numbers. I have a lot of people, over 1 million plus, following me on my social media platforms collectively. So imagine all these 1 million plus people who believe in anything that I do. Kunola believe on my CSR part, kunola believe on my interviews, kunola believe on my personality, kunola believe on my music, kunola my style of fashion, my parenting, my failed relationships. People believe in different things and they learn different things.
Yeah.
Then I come and give up and say, hey, mi siwezi bro, ndakuwa nimefail God man.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't want to be that person mwenye alipata zile talanta kwa Biblia akaenda kachimba mahali akazizika. So I'll use them until I can't use them no more. So anything I feel I can do and God tells me do it, I'll do it. I'll experiment.
Exactly.
And I suggest and highly recommend other people to also do the same. Try it.
Can we wrap up on that story, Wapendwa? Maybe when are we expecting this particular video that has been shot?
Yeah, this one is coming out next week, probably Friday. Ex Antonio said it's gonna finish by Tuesday. Let's hope so. Exactly. Because my director anakuwa na mambo mingi. Footage imepotea, card imefanya nini. So probably by Friday next week. Because we need to also give time for Wapendwa. They've just dropped the video for Amefanya Mungu. So let's give it about a week. So probably by Friday.
Exactly.
Yep.
And getting back hapo nyuma kidogo, we've been having a lot of things happening in Kenya, and there is a party, the couple ambao imetesa mtandaoni sana. These were talking about the Bahatis wametesa mtandao sana the 2 weeks. Wamekuwa pale na party of the, I think ilikuwa ceremony, big announcement, and you gave reasons as to why you didn't attend. Bro, ilikuwa saje all white? Najua watu walikuwa na
sikukosa, niko nazo but mshaziona. Ala pale watu walikuwa nakuja kuset. So nikapima hivi weather, nikaangalia mfuko, nikasema no. Sitaki tu kuja pia nikuwe tu average. By the way, mimi upenda kwa dramatic. You know when you're dramatic, either with your behavior or the way you dress, it sparks conversations. I like to be intriguing. I'll make you think differently. Naingia mahali msasa sema hiki Obinna kinajisikianga, I'm like yeah, that's what's up. Sasa kuingia tu mahali ati nimekaka kona, unajua mimi nakwanga humble. Kwani mimi ni bad? Bad is humble. Yeah, hiyo wachia wase wengine. Mimi naingia na vishindo. So ilifanya niingia na vishindo, alafu nguo nilishona pia ikakaa mkono moja ifit. Hata Sharon inafaa ichukue wa nini. So ilikuwa hata inafaa tena niivae tena leo jioni nikaenda kwa party ya Recommend but siendi. Eric pia ananizoea. Amezoea. Ananizoea. Yeye analipa, hataki kunilipa. Kwende huko pia yeye.
See, you support our brother.
Me support sana by the way. I support him on many things. But so why would I support your brand to nini of my own? Si anilipe. Yeah. Eric amelipa pesa mingi. Yo jamaa alilipa pesa mingi. Eric kwa Kijaluo tunamuita ngode. Ngode ni jamaa. Eric ni ngudi hata kwa life yake mwenyewe. Na wewe mwambie by the way Eric, wacha kukua mkono glue. So soon alisema mkono glue, mkono gum. So Eric anakuwa mkono glue, mkono gum hata kwake yeye mwenyewe. Anajinyima. Amevaa matambara nini. Eric has money. huyo msana lipwa. There's no entertainer in Kenya who has favor than Eric. Okay, sasa Bien anamkimbiza kidogo. But there's no boardroom that Eric anaweza ingia na nyime whatever. Eric hata kama angekuwa anatafuta venue ya chacha fanye zile maukora zake, angepata very fast. Eric uko sana na favor. He needs to capitalize on it. He's not capitalizing on it as much. And then hata akipata do anajinyima. Eric will eat the same food every day. Ugali, nyama na maziwa. Sana ugali nyama. Eric does not even eat omena. I'm telling you. Akuli hizo vitu. Eric is stingy with himself. Eric hata kujinunulia tu mafuta ya kujipaka hataki. Na si atido ana. Eric, you see when these cars we drive, Eric could own 10 or 20 of them. Eric anaweza ingia Inchcape leo na atoke na Defender mpya for free kesho. I'm telling you. Eric anaweza ingia General Motors leo. Eric anaweza ingia hata Isuzu na apatiwe ile Kipchoge Classic kesho. That's Eric for you. Eric has so much favor. Me, I see him. When Eric walks like this, I just see favor from people from wherever. Eric anatukana president. Na president anaangalia anasema sala. Sasa hii kijana hii. DCI. Hello. Achana na hiyo kijana iende. Eric angekuwa mimi, sasa angekuwa Rivayala unaongea. Kuna mistakes Eric amemake zenye mimi siwezi make. Me mistake, by that time si mistake per se, but people consider it a mistake. I just don't have a successful relationship track record, and I think it's because I'm very like this. I don't take BS. Yeah, then I've stayed in a couple of them, and mi wanaondokea. Me I leave bro, mi nakuacha na kila kitu bro. Mi naweza kwa na hii basi bana, mi nakuacha na hii basi naanza tena from zero. Nimeanza zero mara nyingi, so mi uko home say I stay for a while, I try, and then there is no woman that I've been with in my life that I did not elevate. They can come out and talk. Everyone, all of them from my first baby mom. Any woman I've ever dated, there's no woman I've not elevated, because personally I believe in mutual beneficial thing, symbiotic relationship. Nakusaidia, unanisaidia. I elevate, unakuinua hapa, I cover you, I protect you, I provide for you, and I expect you to do the same. So we provide for each other. You might provide for me comfort, I might provide for you financially, like that. Tunasaidiana. Me, I don't believe in using people ati niko na wewe na kukamua nini, no. So when that happens and things don't work out, Kenyans always find that thing that they consider. Sasa ningekuwa na very successful relationship na singekuwa na mtoto, ungesikia hakiwezi za. So niko na watoto hakiwezi weka bibi. Nikipata bibi Milayas ni Milayas. Like wanakuanga, there's always something. They always try to find a loophole. Yeah, even look at this power couples. Watu wanatafutanga tu kitu. Wameka pamoja wajaza mpaka saizi. Huyo bwanake is for the streets. No, bwanake ni malaya. Huyo bibi yake guy ni kichwa ngumu. Like people always have to just find something that they have to say. So when I see Eric, me, I've seen him make a few mistakes here and there, and I learn from them, but still watu wanamsamea haraka. Mimi sisamewangi hata kitu, hata si makosa yangu. Nimeshikiwa, niko like guys, nimedu. Hata kwa interview utaona mtu anakuja tu kunitukana tu ile tu for fun because inambamba. Sasa Eric anakuanga na hiyo favor tu, so he walks, I see favor, he doesn't. Eric ni, I don't know, ni mstingy na favor yake pia. Hataki hata kuitumia for himself. Eric should right now, Eric could be living in Karen or Runda or Loresho or Tigoni, somewhere on compound. Si Mkikuyu, hiyo ni kukua Tungudi. You on compound, unaona. Eric angekuwa na ile Vogue either 2019 2020 long wheelbase, angekuwa na Benz ingine moto, unajua, angekuwa na whatever, you know. Eric could be like me. I look at Eric, man, I'm just like, hey, if I had the favor Eric had, si hata kutesa per se, but I'd be inspirational to a lot of people. Like people would be looking at me and saying, Kumbe this where comedy can get you. Eric bana, hakuna msanii ameperform worldwide kama Eric. None from the time before akina Nyambane waanze mpaka now. Nobody has traveled like Eric.
True.
Hands down. Eric leo atakuwa State House, kesho atakuwa nini, kesho atakuwa nini. Eric is that guy who, and then he's funny. Bro, Eric anapandanga hivi stage, mimi na watch. Tulikuwa nafanya hii tour hii tukienda around. Alikuwa anapanda hivi nikisha introduce mazen na kana mwangalia. I'm still amazed at him until now. I might know the joke he's gonna say, but I'm like, yeah, his delivery is still on point. Now that's Eric for you. So anilipe hii mambo, ananiita huko for free, huko siendi.
Na kuna vitu za free.
Kuna vitu na nilimwambia, akaniambia unajua bro nini. Eric anaweza enda Messi Bisto kama hajapatiwa 500.
Amekabeba hapo.
Kama mpatiwa less than 500 pia hapa ameangusha ball. Ni bad, niko sure hajapatiwa less than 500. Hata kunifinyia hata 50. 50 nilipe Munez na Umush na my camera guy na nichukue luku.
Yeah.
Sasa ati any white mkuje, kwani ni salvation wewe kwende huko. Ngakaa leo birthday yake, but happy birthday Eric. Yeah, but sikuji au kuji kwenda kabisa. Shindwe. Yeah, so no, I was just saying that because of the conversation about the luku. Why I didn't go for the Akina Diana B thing, but it was successful. Simulienda. Mulikula?
Kukula personally mimi sikukula, but nilikuwa na complain kidogo hapo 1 2 3, but
hakukuwa na food.
I think kulikuwa na food, but
you think kama you think
I'm not that sure if it
kulikuwa na food bus. Kama hakukuwa na chakula kai hiyo chakula ilikuwa ya wedding next or your setup ya buffet. Oh yeah, hata snacks zilikuwa. I think that's what we started with. Snack and sambusa,
ma juices nini,
akibati
samosa.
No, wacha tabati Diana. Akidana B. Diana no. Diana, you are a housewife and I know kuna ropoa au kufanya watu vizuri. Sambusa. Sampai Diana. Hata basi muongeka rice mchele.
Githeri.
Bwana, kama huwezi fanya event wachana
na choma.
Yeah, na mokimo na njahe. Diana, hata njahe. Diana please kama huwezi fanya event wachana ya watu wengi, wachana nayo. Unajua ukishafanya wakiweka budget yote kwa setup na sound, that setup was amazing. So unajua wakiweka budget yote kwa setup na sound, budget ya chakula ikabaki kama imenini. Hakukuwa na budget ya food. Ngwa na budget ya food ya Diana. Unajua ukishalipia Brabus 45 mic
gari kubwa hiyo,
unalipa 45 mic and then ile setup nini, wame launch hiyo betting company. It's a budget, so guys please understand, mwende mkule kwenyu. But guys, congratulations man, that's a win, that's a huge step. It's a very hard thing to do. We had a betting company, it was called More2Bet. And it was very hard to maintain. My partner was JJ Titus, and it was crazy. It was very expensive because of the taxes that the government is imposing, and even just running the betting thing peke yake. Bro, inapeleka mbio. So I hope you get an agency to manage it for you guys. Get my agency, Obinna TV Studios, to manage for you the brand that you guys are doing. We'll do for you guys a good job. We have a reputable track record in doing brand strategy and brand management. Yeah, we'll do that for you guys well if you want to.
Exactly.
Yeah, Robert will do a good job, and Leslie and myself in the creative space. Yeah, but I wish them well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Obinna, there is an interview you did about there is a clip or a part you guys are talking about BN, and kuna mahali niliona watu wakisema umechoma pale, ulisema BN wavuta bangi huko nini. You remember that part?
Mimi sikuchoma, sini BN alichoma ganja. Okay, so I've seen people talking about it. This is what I would say. Is BN complaining? Is Harmonize complaining? Who are you? Why are you complaining? They've both been very open about it. Even Harmonize and BN about ganja. Even on my interview, I had an interview with BN. We had a conversation as well, and he speaks positively about it. And BN is my friend. He is not your friend. Why are you complaining? Obinna umechoma. If I knew there was something off by mentioning it, I could not have mentioned it. Yeah, mi sikwangi fala venye munafikiriana ati nimeenda tu kuropokwa. No, me I was just painting a picture of the vibe, the way it was happening and what was happening. Yeah, there's a lot of things that I also did not say. Yeah, sikwambia nilikuwa na kamutu hapo nini. Nilikuwa na mshikaji man. Unaona nili omit your part intention. Okay, sikuwa na but well. Nitaonekana. Yeah, so wale wako na ma feelings ni sawa, kwendi na ma feelings bora nyi CBN. Yeah, BN is my boy. I wouldn't even speak negatively about BN. There's nothing negative to say. Even Harmonize sani seme nini. And then ati nenda kuachomea. No. I was just talking about what happened when we were there, how it happened, and that's it. Exactly. Nothing serious about it. Just stop overthinking it. Stop overreacting. People always trying to find fault at everything. Si nimekwambia mimi nasemanga tu kitu watu wanatafuta makosa kidogo. Instead of watafuta hiyo story venye ilikuwa na vibe, nimefika mazee, BN ako hapo nini, watu wako Jamaica. Mimi nikakuwa hapo passive smoke hapo kando, nikaona Bob Marley kidogo hivi. Kwenda kuongea na hivi nikapata ni Lucky Dube. Akanambia there will be no hospitals, all that will be prison. Yeah, so that's it. Nothing serious about it. Wacheni ku overthink. Exactly. You guys are too sensitive nowadays. And I don't care, man. Don't care. I mean well, I intend well. If I step on your toes, shorten your feet. Exactly. Yeah, mguu zangu pia ni refu, so ndakanyaga tu tena.
Na Zabe is doing well. You guys mulianza new project pale. It is amazing. You know, there are those people who thought maybe it will go down because of 1 2 3, but God has done his job. Tukiangalia pale, you came up with Katelo. So far, how is Katelo, and maybe generally how is the view of that show?
The show is amazing. Katelo is amazing. He's an amazingly talented young man. He is very spontaneous, things on the spot. He's like the missing piece. Ushaipata kitu like, that is it. Yeah. So he's dope. He's amazing. Like the other person that I found amazing, we have another show called Vipindire. And when we shot the pilot, Kabuda and Mjakamfine were doing it. And when they did it, I screamed. I was like, yo, when they just finished, I was like, everybody was happy. We were ecstatic. We were like, that's it. This is the combination we never knew we needed. But sadly, Mjakamfine has not seen the vision of Vipindire the way I've seen the vision of it. She didn't really feel the vibe of whatever, for whatever reason. And I totally understand and respect her decision. But I felt, if you look at episode 1, hizo nyinyi mlipata vitu fupi. Kuna zile behind the scenes nini, the way they were vibing with Kabuda, I was like, this couple wakiendelea for 1 year, they're gonna be a force to reckon with. But yeah, jaiona. So the same way I saw Katelo when we interviewed, and I sat down, I was like, man, I see something. So I have a gift of seeing greatness in other people. I always, even some people who don't know, I'm always telling someone, bro, in that thing you're doing, continue for the next 1 to 2 years. Bro, you are, I see. I'm like, man, it'll take time. They might not see it now. Yeah, but then also we have some people also on earth that are ahead of their time. They do some things, you're like, it's like, for example, Prezo, CMB Prezo was ahead of his time when he was CMB Prezo, Cash Money brother. He was in the States. Kenyans bado walikuwa kwa Longombas. Avuta pums. You see, but Prezo was zile za Prezo alikuwa naleta action. CMB president, opinion resident, looking for my name na hito. Like he was, alikuwa in the future. Yeah, alikuwa mayolo, wase walikuwa tu wako local. And we have a lot of people who also are like that in the country. And we have people wenye sabado wako nyuma kidogo. So sometimes kuna hiyo kabafa, something there. So myself, I always see sometimes the people who are in the future. I'm like, hey, this guy, man. Like, you know, Timothy was also in the future. Because Timothy is like the father of Gengeton. So when Timothy started, guys were not ready. They didn't understand him. Then when they started figuring out what was happening, I don't know what happened. Then the other young cats came up. Gengeton, ikakam. That's what Timothy has been doing all along. You see. And also Bobby Mapesa was ahead of his time. Bobby Mapesa also is like a father of Gengeton, because what he was singing, what he was doing is what Timothy was doing later. And so he was also ahead of. Now that's what normally happens. You see. So when I interviewed Katelo, I was like, and I've been seeing him before with Chipukizi and the likes, wakifanya na Modesto. I never really understood him, but my job is not to understand him. You know, that's also the mistake sometimes we do. We try to understand other people. You might not understand the people, the vibe, what they're about, whatever. You go with the flow. So I got it. I was like, okay, let me now curate a show for him. And I was like, we have a show here that we're already doing. Let me throw him in there. Let's try. And then he tried it, and then it worked. Yeah. The same way I've seen greatness in Pamela. Yeah. People don't see it. Some people are not seeing it. Ati sasa kuongea English broken hiyo ni talent. Hiyo ni kukua funny. It's because awishiki, you're not grasping it. Go and watch a show called Mind Your Language. Just Google it. Mind Your Language. Now you'll understand Pamela. It's a show of different people. They're just learning English. Kuna Russian, kuna sijui Chinese, kuna nani, then they're doing evening class. Ni watoto kubwa, ni kama gumbaru. Nakwambia comedy kwa hapo ndani, huyu anasema English very wrong. Bro, it is there. The joke is in the language. Because you have to communicate through lingua. That is where the joke is. Jokes are communicated through different languages. Yeah. Now, Pamela's joke is the language. And some people are still not gotten it. Last week, she wowed us. When she did for Savara, and she did for Gucci. And that was after tumeshaongea nani kaambia Pamela, confidence, achana na watu wanaongea mbaya, au wataongea ni whether they talk, whether they kidney, they indecni, we will still do it. You are here to stay, you are not going anywhere. At least until 2025 ishe mutamona hapo if she wants hapo too. Every Monday, and I'm gonna introduce her to every other big person that I know. Same script. Hey Pamela, come and meet Martin Dean, this is Pamela. I'm supporting her, she's very talented, she's this and this. Pamela niaje? Chukua Martin Dean. Si usimame na Pamela hapo kando kidogo, mufanye tu ka video kadogo aeke kwa YouTube yake. Yeah. Then namwambia niaje, kaa chini na watu wangu wakufundishe social media management na nini, don't say this, don't do that. Kata kidogo weka TikTok, kata kidogo weka Facebook, kata kidogo weka Instagram, kata kidogo weka status yako. Next week we do the same thing. Until one day I introduce her to the president or whoever. And one person will just see her somewhere and her life will change. True. You see, and she'll go and do amazing things that she's always wanted to do. I don't know what they are. She has her goals and her objectives. But my objective is just to amplify the greatness in her. It's already there. You might not see it now, but give it time. In the next 2-3 months, watakuwa shamzo, watakuwa zile Pamela leta kinywaji. Pamela fanya hivi. For now they're still like, sasa huyu si nini. But you know, the vision I have for her, you don't have, because it's not been put in you, it was put in me. And then how she came into the fold and how she came into my radar and Nini, you know, and then just how life happens. It has happened, we are there. Let us do what we can, then let God do. Exactly. Yes, as we do, we let God do his deeds, and then we see. Exactly. Yeah,
now, talking about Katelo, maybe some other people maybe were thinking that maybe you'll choose a lady, and you disappointed some.
I know.
So what what's really pushed you to go for Katelo and not a lady?
Because I'm not gonna do what you expect me to do. People expected, and they're already revolting about it because they thought Pamela was gonna do it. And I was like, you have no idea.
But they hapo ulicheza.
I saw it. That's what I've told you. Don't, because wanafikiria hivi imanishi mimi nitafikiria hivyo. And then when Katelo came, it was a change that people did not expect. What I can expect Katelo hapo, they didn't see it. But when I interviewed him on Obinna show live, some people are like, fanyeni show ingine na Katelo. You know, there are some people who will also see it. And I saw it, and the team saw it. The team was like, Katelo is the G. And then also episode 1 bada likuwa beat. Then pia yo to morale. Every week I talk to my people. I'm like, bro, confidence, ipige na confidence, hata kona blanda na confidence. Fall with grace. Anguka ile bungulu pa. What is nani amanguka ni mimi maze iza. Kuna mara hapo maze busianguke hapo. Lakini anguka na swag ati No. Fall with grace, get up, dust yourself, try again. So Katelo was not expected. And when he came, a lot of people are still like, but you know, we're feeling. No, it's not about how you're feeling. It is what purpose is Katelo serving. Truth be told, weka feelings na emotions kando, Katelo is very funny. And if you listen to the jokes that we bring every week, bro, utakachunda sema wacha tu nicheke mazee nini. And then Katelo pia hana ill feelings na anybody, mi sina ill feelings na anybody. It's just a hustle. Katelo has a young family. So what also people don't know, you can say me Katelo has been going through situations. Okay, that's just how I'll say it. So when we met and spoke on Obinna show live, then now we sat on the side, kupiga story kidogo. I was like, okay. So what do? Let me give you a job. The job is this one: build your brand as you earn some small coins in the meantime. But the vision is not this. The vision is the brand where it's going. Because now I'm starting to work with Katelo. I'm starting to work with Pamela. I'm working with Prince Chuck. I'm working with Singer Miles. I'm working with Power DVD, the producer. I'm working with Ekebe Mimics. I'm working with Kabuda. I'm working with John Kemeu. You see, I'm working with Ainea Nabwerule Zalasia wa Kakamega. I'm working with a lot of people and I'm teaching them the hustle. I'm like, yes guys, we'll be funny on Instagram, we'll be funny on TikTok, but do iko kwa ku-MC. So nikienda ku-MC, kamuni na mimi mukae chini muone, because mimi nilijifunza kwa kuona. Then ukiona, apply. Confidence. Apply jokes 2-3 katikati nini. Obinna alifanya hivi, fanya hivyo. Nani alifanya fanya hivyo. Then now that is now when you start monetizing. Brand akikupigia nataka kukumarket kinayo niulize. Ni aje Obi, umsana mimi nataka kunilipa hivi. Ni aje na Pamela alishaanza hata kuniuliza. Hawa sasa naambia, hawa chore hawa nataka kukutumia. You see, iko sawa. Chukua hii itakusaidia. But once we sort the immediate problem, which is normally rent and food, the rest will come. Let's just be patient. Let's work on building the brand, then enjoy the hustle. If you focus on the money, bro, haita come. Unamka kila siku mazee leo doja come. But if you enjoy the hustle, that is why si tuko hapa kutoka asubuhi saa napiga hii. Tukitoka kesho tuko na shughuli nyingine. Sunday, Monday ni kutu Obinna show live tena. Naipiga tu tena. Inakosa kulipa, tunajaribu tunafanya nini nyingine tena. Then do ina come. Do ita come design nyingine hata utajua. Then life inafikanga, there are some things you never used to afford. You start affording without even knowing you're affording them. Ulikuwa unapatanga tu matu unapata saizi uko kwa Uber, unaanzia kwa Uber kwanza. Na unalipa tu. You see, for example, like right now, there's none of my people who panda mat coming to shoot. All of them wakikam to shoot cab na iko sorted with the organization. We've already elevated you to that level. So nita kutoka mat. So you have nothing to do in town, wacha kwenda town, nenda town fanya kaa kwako. Relax in the house, watch the show, lala, fanya video zako za TikTok nini, relax. Inafika time ya kushoot, ingia kwa hiyo cab imetumwa come to shoot, tukae chini tukule pamoja, tucheke pamoja, go back to the house. You avoid other problems unnecessary. Nimeshikwa. Sijui nini. Then with the time, sasa huko kwa cab ni gari yako imekam. You see, then before ujue ulikuwa unalipa one room, like now you see Pamela does cleaning services. Itafika point your cleaning services, it can even partner with Obinna TV Studios na tuwekele pesa, and it gets marketed like something else, and it becomes a very big cleaning company, and it's working, and it's hers, and she has shares and whatever. You never know. Or someone might just see na mtu aseme ni aje ude anajitumanga sana na aka vacuum cleaner kake kamoja na mtu na wakae chini and they sign a deal na upate it becomes another parapet cleaners. You see, that's the way it works. People see what you do, then they wait. How consistent, how persistent, then does it have return on investment, even for people to invest in your brand. Nikipatia Matindin ad yangu niweke hapa chini akiinterview Obinna, anapatanga views ngapi? But hizi views zake, are they consistent? Are they what? Now that's what happens. So normally it takes time and hard work and discipline and just consistency. So the whole team and all of these people that I'm working with, there's a way that God brought them around me, and I'm trying to empower and guide them. Nikupanel beat hapa na pale, and you never know what's gonna come. Some will fall off along the way. That one definitely happens. Wengine watafika huko mbele watakosa ku appreciate the value that I added. Wengine watanitukana, wengine wataenda kukua antagonists, wengine watastick na me all along. It happens, and that one has nothing to do with me. It has everything to do with them and their character and their supporters and everything. You see, but personally I'll mean well and I'll always support any other person. If I can, I will. If I can't, I'll tell you, easy, I'm a bit overwhelmed with this and this and this. Nasonga now. Oh, we are also working with Cherulo. Stewan, ule boy wa Merula Limbanga, Obinna.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We're working with him. He's come to Nairobi a number of times. American ngoma kama 5 already. They'll come through, and many other people that also we are supporting. Nimechukua Kemeu from Dandora dump site. I'm also trying to polish his act kidogo. He's very funny. Direction to kidogo, and then we see where it goes. You know, mimi sijui itaenda wapi. But nimeona kuna kitu hapo. Exactly. So that is even how it happened with Katelo, and people didn't see it. There are some people still don't see it, but it doesn't matter, provided he sees it, ama he feels it, ama he trusts that I see it, because I've been through that road before. The rest we leave to God.
Exactly.
Yeah, bro.
Now I don't know if you will allow me ask this one. The last question concerning Zabe and the weekly show. Yeah. Maybe why did you guys decide now to start from zero? Video number 1.
Video number 1 is because this is a different show. This is a very different show, because the other show it served its purpose. It was already there, ikapendwa, ikaserve purpose yake. Then also I didn't want people to start comparisons. You get, when you put it over there, it starts comparisons. Oh, and then also wacha gari pite. Asante. Huyo ndo pasi alituallow ku use this space. Also, I'd also seen a couple of conversations where people had started, man, I didn't want to talk about this, but well, here goes nothing. Wasa walikuwa mazazile za sasa umesema hautawaka na baby, lakini video zake ziko hapo, uko unamlipa. In my head I'm like, you don't know the agreement, you don't know what happened. So I'm like, okay, sasa si video zake, sasa nimetoa video zake sasa. So are you guys happy? Actually, that one I did it was just for the guys, by the way. Okay. That one, it had nothing to do with my Facebook. It had nothing to do with me. It had everything to do with the way the people are reasoning. And I was like, oh, that is the way you guys are thinking. Sawa, sasa video zake zile za weekly show, tumetoa basi. So now, yes, because ukiwacha ni shida, ukitoa ni shida, is the thing for damned if you do, damned if you don't. Yeah, so ilikuwa hivyo tu. It was just that toxic energy that people always have opinions for everything, because ingekuwa inakam bado, kama ingekuwa hapo on the same page with Zabe, ingekuwa zile za hata watu walikuwa wanasema si mungefungua page nyingine. I'm like, but who opened this one? Whose show was it? Whose concept was it? Who funded it? Who? Yeah. So when you look at the whole thing, you're like, it's still the same organization. Then sasa uko na channel, say for example Citizen, then Maria imeisha, unataka kuleta Rosa ama hizo mashow analetanga. So what do you do? Una open Citizen TV ingine? No. See the same platform that's already there, and then the show is the same concept. We have not really changed anything. It's just that this one now is a base. Yeah. The other one was a weekly show that we are a bit more official. Then base, because Katelo also appeals to watu wako kwa base. Wase wanapiga stories za Jaba, wase wamepiga hizo stories za Makoshodo. Unaona iko hapo. That is the way it works with it works with him. So I was like, okay, why not? And then we decided to do it on the platform, and so far so good. Now when it works, mtu hawezi kama seme iko na ati unajua because hii show ingine ndio iko hapa ndio imesukuma hii momentum. No. It's a very different person, different personality, similar concept, but now a bit more chilled, and then we're just doing it. But that's the main reason why the other videos were removed. Haikutolewa na bad blood. The way other people are saying ati unajua nini. No, it has nothing to do with that. It ilikuwa tu zile za munasema hii na hii. But also when you look, another show is already happening of a similar nini on the other side, and you don't want it to be a competition, because also people start comparing. So I was like, wacha kwanza tutoe hii kwanza ndo samu sikuwe na comparison. So level playing field. Yeah. No hard feelings. Exactly. Yeah.